Hi babe, do you feel like your life is totally different from what the plan you had? When we are younger, we usually had a lot of goals or a lot of things I wanted to achieve before a certain age. And do you feel like your life right now is so different from that? Same, sis, same. The reality is not reality in at all. Like it's totally different. And I want to share some things I've learned that actually caused this and some things that will help us to get over this mindset because it doesn't have anything good. You just be sad, depressed, you keep comparing yourself to people and there's really no benefit to it. So I got thinking about this when I read this book. Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. It's a book that deals with that talks about dealing with change in work and in life, and I learned a lot from this book. It's actually like a story, so it's not like all those boring motivational books. It's a story. There are four characters in the story. So now let's talk about the reasons why could life not be going the way you planned. The very first reason is that you have no control. There are so many external factors that you have no control over. You have no control over whether you get admission or not. You have no control on if you have enough money to pay for your admission. You have no control if you get the scholarship you want. You have no control of what the house prices will be when you're ready, when you plan that you get the house and you don't have that much. You have no control when you find the man you want to marry. You want to get married so early. You want to get married at 25. What if you've not found the man and then that's an external factor. You have no control over government policy and how they will affect your business or your work or whatever you're doing. So you really have no control. But the next thing is the direct opposite because I'm always against people like saying, oh, I had no control over this, even though that was my first point. But there are some things you really have no control over. But majority of things that will actually make an impact in your life, you have control over. Admission, you have control over ensuring you meet all the requirements that will get you a scholarship, that will get you admission. You have control over taking charge of your life and stop waiting for things to be handed to you. Anything you want, you can go after it. Even if the government policies come and they affect your business, you have control of looking for ways to improvise, to monetize your knowledge, ways to make more money. You have a way to improve your business, a way to adapt to changes. Like there are just a lot of things that we can also control that we actually don't take control of because we just like being comfortable. We don't leave the comfort zone. We also a lot of people also like blaming other people for things in their life. Like because she did this, it's because the government are not providing this for us. So how do they expect people to survive? How do they expect people to live the minimum wage? Like there are just a lot of excuses and there are actually a lot of things you can control. And the third point that you should know in your head is that no matter the choices you make, whether you make the right choices or you make all the wrong choices, change is inevitable. Things will always change. So even if you've planned for things to go this way and you take all the steps to get that way, something can happen that will actually change the reality. So you should have the mindset that anything can happen. But the difference this is going to make in two different people is the amount of measures you've put in place. How proactive you are also determines, are you the kind of person that once something happens that you didn't plan for, something unexpected, are you going to sit down there and be like, why is this happening to me? This was not part of my plan. Why is this happening? Now I don't know what to do. I'm just going to wait for this thing to go, for someone to come and take away this bottleneck, for someone to come and take away this problem, then I can continue my plan. Or are you the kind of person that will think, okay, this isn't going the way I planned, what am I going to do next? What steps can I take to move on from this? That will help us to be able to take action immediately when things change, instead of sitting down there and waiting for things to go back to normal, because things may never go back to normal. And why do you even want things to be normal? If something is normal for too long, that is not a good thing, and that is not even a sign of growth. So things need to change. Point, fear of failure. Don't be afraid of failure. We should embrace failing. Failing is a normal part of life. If you are going through life and you've not failed at anything, that might not be a good sign. That might just mean that you are sticking to things you know. You're not trying something new. You're not trying to improve yourself or doing things that will challenge you. You're just staying in your comfort zone. You don't want to leave the comfort zone. So sometimes, even though it's hard, trust me, I know it's hard. It's hard, but sometimes when we fail, we should just know that it might be a sign that we're on the right path because we're trying something new, something we're not so comfortable with. And it shows we are leaving our comfort zone, we are not getting too comfortable. We should also pay attention. A lot of people just get so comfortable that they don't pay notice. You will not take note of signs that things are changing, or there's a new government, things will change, or you're not meeting your requirement, and you still expect everything to go smoothly, and things don't work that way. Things will definitely change. So if you are proactive and you take notice of everything that is changing, once anything changes, it's easier for you to take action because you've been noticing it and you've been expecting it. It's not a shock when anything happens because you've been paying attention.
Sometimes some goals or some things we wish were just not realistic at the point of setting it. We grow, we develop, and sometimes when we grow older, we realize that, okay, I really don't want that. I thought I wanted that, but no, I really don't want that. And that's fine. Or it would have been nice to have that. But that's really not for me right now. I think let me just be happy with what I have for now and I can work towards that or something even better later on, and that is fine. So knowing all these things, I feel like it will help you to know how to adjust to changes and be fine with changes. When something unexpected happens, you just know that okay, this is just one of the things I have to go through. Let me try and do something else. Let me think of what else I can do. And not be so devastated and just be stuck in one point just because something is not going as planned. That's what the essence of this video is. I hope you learned something from this video. Bye.